Hello friends, and not yet friends, welcome back to Mary's Test Kitchen, where we have a bunch of leftover pulp from making creamy and delicious pumpkin seed milk, and maybe subsequently my now famous pumpkin seed tofu, the tofu that practically makes itself. Or shall we call it cheese? Discuss in the comments if you like, but today I'm going to share the easiest and my favorite way to use up this fiberful gold, healthy Cool Ranch crackers. They are hearty or delicate, it's up to you. There are no rules, except my recommendation to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit before you do anything else. Or you can use a dehydrator, which means you don't have to preheat anything. Get this list of seasonings together and use the largest mixing bowl you have to avoid a mess, which I don't really avoid at all, but that's besides the point. This is all the leftover pulp from making pumpkin seed milk from 1 pound of pumpkin seeds. With that milk, I'm actually working on a cultured, real fermented cheese, but we're probably a few weeks away from being able to see those results. So being able to make crackers quickly with the leftover fiber gives us a little instant gratification during these longer-term projects. This is about 3 cups of fresh pulp. First up, we'll add dried parsley, a tablespoon for its herbaceous flavor. Then dried dill, an enthusiastic tablespoon because I just love this flavor so much. A tablespoon of nutritional yeast for that hint of cheesy flavor, but not too much or this will taste, well, overly nutri. Then garlic powder. Get the kind that is really, really powdery if you can, not granulated. And the same with the onion powder, 2 teaspoons of each, as well as paprika for its dried red bell pepper flavor. Salt to bring out all the flavors of everything. White pepper for its mild and slightly floral pepperiness, and black pepper for its stronger, more pungent pepperiness. And a mix. You can go in with clean hands if you like, if you want them to smell like onion and garlic for the rest of the day, or you can just spend a few minutes really getting in there with a wooden spoon. Either way, you can taste this mixture to get an idea of the balance of flavors, knowing they will get stronger when the pulp is dried or baked into its final cracker form. At this point, when the dry ingredients are pretty well mixed, I like to add a little apple cider vinegar to add just the hint of tang and funk, or regular white vinegar for a less funky flavor. And then mix some more. There's no such thing as too much mixing in this recipe. Next, grab your baking sheet, or 2 if you want to make thinner crackers. I only have the 1 right now. So I'll just cut the parchment to match this size. Then add the pulp, the whole load if you want to make thicker, hearty crackers, or just half at a time if you want to make thinner ones. And to make rolling out easier, I'm going to take another sheet of parchment, or just whatever's left on this roll, and use it as a barrier while the infamous beer bottle rolling pin makes its triumphant return. I don't put much pressure at all. I'm just lightly gliding the rolling pin over the pulp mixture so it flattens evenly and doesn't go anywhere over the sides. And here's the thickness, just about an 1/8 inch or thereabouts for a hearty cracker that will hold up to any dip, no matter how chunky or thick. Now, cut the cracker shapes as you like. The smart thing to do would be to oil your knife or pizza cutter as I'm using today, but we don't always do the smart thing. Today is the lazy thing of knowing some pulp residue is building up as we go along with our cutter, and that it will make a slight mess of things. We accept it.
No, stay. Fine. Stay out. See if I care. Oh, well. This tray's not big enough anyways.
Then, into the oven for 20 minutes for the pulp to firm up. In the meantime, I have this leftover pulp. I'm going to roll it even thinner. Then, stick this in my dehydrator. It looks glitchy on camera, but in real life, this reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and it will only take a few hours for it to fully dehydrate. When the 20 minutes are up in the oven, we can split the crackers from each other so there's more airflow in between, but they are not fully crisp yet, so we can put them back in the oven until they are, which takes about 20 to 25 minutes. As you can see, the crackers on the outer sides of the baking sheet are more golden than the ones in the middle. You can go in and take those out and return the sheet to the oven to get more color if you wanted, but we are doing things easy and less effort today. I just want to make sure that the middle crackers are fully dehydrated, crisp in the middle, and they are. Golden on the bottoms, smelling toasty like roasted pumpkin seeds, so delicious, so hearty, just waiting for some delicious dip. But we are waiting on our delicious, thinner, lighter, dehydrated crackers. When they are done, they snap easily and crunch more delicately. More chippy than crackery in my opinion, and less fragrant toastiness since they are not really toasted like the oven-baked version, but they are still so good, and making them in the dehydrator was much more hands-off and convenient to me, to be honest. Regardless of which method you use, these pumpkin seed pulp crackers legitimately have that Cool Ranch flavor. Well, in a more healthy tasting way, I must say. No MSG today. Of course, there are no rules and you can add that if you really want. Or don't add any seasonings at all. I've also made pumpkin seed crackers with just salt in the dehydrator and they are really good too. These were a thicker version from the dehydrator. You can also age the pulp and make an even cheesier tasting version as well, but perhaps that's for another video. Let me know if you're interested in that. But for today, that's it. Go forth, make crackers, and let me know how it goes in the comments or post on Instagram and tag me at Mary's Test Kitchen. I love to see you take these ideas and just run with them. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of the Tofu Pulp Diaries. Coming up, I'll be adding a little fermentation to our tofu adventures, as some of you suggested. So please subscribe if you haven't already, turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing, and comment your hashtag recipe request for a chance to see your ideas in an upcoming video. Bye for now.